So, this morning is camp registration day. This Sunday is camp registration day, as John just got done saying. So, April the 28th. Right after service today, so who is sitting here with me and what's actually going on? Well, we've got Access Camp with Daniel Adams. Like we said, Joe is away on his excursion for his honeymoon, or not honeymoon, his anniversary. A 1-year honeymoon. That would be nice, right, guys? So anyway, so Daniel's going to be here to help register folks for Access Camp. Denise Irway is going to be here to register folks for the VBS, or what we've always called Camp Pisgah. And then Graham Jensen is our new director this year for program director for Camp Spofford. Or actually, it's second summer, yeah. So new-ish, yeah. So second summer, and so Graham at the end of this will be back underneath that last window where you can register for Camp Spofford. That back window right there, you'll be able to register where Holly Jeffs is at. She's looking at that beautiful picture of the Bible over there and everything. Denise is going to be over there, and Daniel will be up here. So right now, let's get into our interview of what's going on. Welcome, you guys. Good morning. So let's kick this off. Daniel, tell us a little bit about Access Camp and the ELM Center, and where's that going to be, and what's going on there?
So we're working with the ELM Center, well, ELMM technically Center, this year to provide, I think it's 8 weeks, or is it 7 weeks? I think it's 7 weeks of camp, July 1st to August 16th. And it's open to ages 8 through 14, and we're going to have a lot of outdoor activities, try to focus on being outside, not so much on screens and stuff. Keep your kids active.
Don't bring your cell phone?
Don't bring your cell phone.
Don't bring not
bring your cell phone.
Okay,
no,
just
no,
make sure.
Because, yeah, you might not see it until the end of the day, so.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk to parents about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, and also we're going to be doing a field trip every week on Friday. Try to get out somewhere around, usually within an hour of this area. Do something kind of fun. We usually go to the town beach every day in the afternoon. We've got sports, crafts, just about anything you'd imagine at a summer camp.
Nice.
So,
What are some of the trips you did last year, Daniel, that you guys went on? Not that you're doing them this year, but just to kind of give us a feel and a flavor of what those trips are like.
We went to the Montshire Museum. We usually try to do that once each summer. That's one of my favorites. Honestly, I think I'm going to go back sometime by myself. It was awesome. Anyway, and then also we went to a bounce house place, which is full of bounce houses.
Like a Sky Zone sort of thing?
Well, it wasn't. It was just literally an old Navy full. Used to be an old Navy.
Oh yeah, over in Concord at the mall in Concord. That's awesome.
It was awesome. What else have we done? Well, the teens can do some slightly different things. This year, they're actually going to be going to. There's a teen camp here for. I'm guessing it may actually be 12 and up. I think 12 to 14, and they're going to be going down to Cape Cod for a few days. So that's going to be
an overnight?
Yes, an overnight. So that's going to be the July 4th. Week, except for not including July 4th.
So there'll be camp the week of July 4th, but
correct,
not
on July 4th. So.
Okay, excellent. So there's all kinds of cool stuff. If you want to learn more things about camp, you can see Daniel right up here after service. Denise, tell us a little bit about Camp Pisgah, where that's going to be at, and what kind of things go on there.
Camp Pisgah this year will be here at Center Church, and it will be the week of June 24th. And it lasts for 5 days. We're not sure when school's getting out, so it might be a 4-day camp, might be a 5-day. We do all kinds of things. We go to either the beach down here at the town beach in Winchester, or we go to the brook at the Royce's house. And we kind of alternate, so there'll probably be Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the beach, and Tuesday, Thursday at the brook. And just a lot of cool things in the morning. It's really getting to know the kids when you're kind of digging through rocks for crayfish and just being with them, being a kid yourself. It's just really fun to get into their world, and it's just a time for conversation and relatability. Relationship is key with our camps, relationship with our staff, with our volunteers, I should say. They're not quite staff. We have reoccurring volunteers, so these kids see these volunteers each year, and they pick up where they left off. We have a beautiful group that comes up from New Jersey to help us. This will be their third third year coming up, and they know our kids by name. We just went down April 10th, I believe, to do a meeting with them, and they were so excited to come up. So know that your kids are well cared for and cherished at camp. The second half of camp is a vacation Bible school, and we're doing Answers in Genesis this year. It's a time lab. And we're going to travel in time, and wherever we go in time, even before time began, Jesus is there. And that will be the theme for this week. And we're going to be doing stations and moving the kids through. I've been meeting with the station leaders. They're really excited about their station. They're doing a lot of creative things and putting a lot of energy into it already and planning. So
Wonderful, wonderful. I can't think of anything. Oh, times, Denise. What times is it? It's
9 to 4.
9 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock. So show up here at 8 a.m. and
No,
wait, or show
no.
up at 9:05. What time, if I'm a parent, you say camp starts at 9 o'clock, when should I be here registering my kiddo right out front or assigning them?
We'll probably have people there at 8:45, so maybe
8:45?
15 minutes earlier, and that will give
Okay.
time for them to trickle in. They're also going to be served breakfast as well, so they're going to have cereal and milk
Yeah.
before we begin. So even if you have a rushed morning, you can just bring them here and they can eat.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, so there's going to be breakfast and there's going to be lunch there, and I heard that that's in partnership with Access. Access is helping to make that happen.
And
this
then we
year.
also have a morning snack and we have an afternoon snack. And
Excellent.
the afternoon snack is correlated with VBS, so it'll be a themed snack, which is
Nobody
fun.
should go hungry. If you do, it's your own fault, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, Denise. Graham, hey, welcome, man.
Thank you.
Graham, tell us a little bit about Camp Spofford. You're in your second year as the director, but you've been there for, I know Denise has been doing Camp Pisgah for 8 years. Daniel, I don't even know how many years. It's like Access has been like 6, 7 years? 5 years? Graham, you've been there more than 2 years, though.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Camp Spofford and what you've experienced and what these guys can look forward to.
Yeah, so I actually grew up at Camp Spofford. I was a guest, I was a camper, staff, and then I came back full time. But Camp Spofford has a huge range of activities. In the mornings we have time with our cabins. We have 16 college-age counselors, so they will be with your kids the whole entire week, spending time with them, creating relationships with them. We have chapel. We have all field games. There's games in the gym, beach sessions, so you can go swimming. You can do tubing, water skiing, wakeboarding, kind of whatever your heart desires. And then we also have a new activity called archery tag this year. It's kind of like dodgeball, but with archery.
So
it's
you
super
shoot
safe. It's like
people with the-
marshmallows.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Yeah.
not like with, you will get your child back.
Yeah, no
Your
one will
child
die.
Yeah.
But it's super fun.
Yeah.
We play as a staff sometimes to just get our anger out.
Excellent.
But yeah, it's nonstop, 24/7. So we actually have 2 different weeks.
Yeah, we have 2 different weeks going on. What was it, 5 to 9 year olds in week number 1.
And that's July 1st it starts to July 5th, and that is a day camp.
Yep.
So they'll be dropping their kids off here at 7:15.
Yeah, you actually drop your kiddos off if they're ages 5 to 9, or if you know someone who's interested in camp, you drop them off here in the Center Church parking lot. Don't push them out of the car. Make sure you come see the driver of the van. And so ages 5 to 9, they're right here. They're going to be leaving at 7:15, so they can make breakfast time for about 7:45, 8 o'clock at
Yep.
Spofford. And then pickup at the end of the day is 5:15. Please be here at 5 in the Center Church parking lot. We'll transport them back.
Yeah. So they'll get breakfast and lunch, beach time, pretty much the same thing, except they just leave right before dinner.
Excellent.
And then for week 3, which is July 14th
Something like that.
to the 20th, it's a Sunday to a Saturday. That is overnight. Jeremy is the speaker of that
Yeah.
week. So they get, they stay in cabins the whole week, and that is a 3:30 registration time on Sunday, and they get picked up at Saturday in the mornings.
Something I want to add in about the camp that I think is really important. So we got the kiddos are going to be in town here at Access Camp. They're going to be, it's mainly Access Winchester. It's mainly Winchester kids, right, Daniel? Would you say?
Yeah.
There's some blending. We have kids who are who come to Center Church, come to the Camp Pisgah program, who are Swansea, Richmond. We get some kids from Greenfield, depending on who's here this year. Some kids from Keene. So you get a little bit more blending of kids from other groups and family groups and cultures. But then you go to Camp Spofford, and what's actually really neat about this, and I want to encourage folks for the overnight especially, for those kids who are ages 10 to 15,
10
I
to
believe
15.
it is. So that overnight camp, what we're doing is we're actually partnering with a group down in Bridgeport. Connecticut, which is an inner city youth program.
Yeah.
A group out in Nashua, part of the PAL program. And tell us a little bit about that. What's so special about Impact Week, Graham?
So I think we're bringing kids from all different areas of life. So you have Bridgeport kids that are pretty much all from inner city. They all live in the same projects, and they are part of a youth group down there. And some of them, they come here and it's their first time being on a lake. They don't really get out of where they are sometimes. So they just bring a whole different perspective, and then kids from Winchester bring a whole different perspective into it. And this is actually our first year with the PAL group from Nashua.
Yeah.
Super excited to have them. We're not really too sure about what their background is, but mostly Spanish.
Hispanic kiddos and stuff like this. So the kids are actually going to be a pretty diverse group of kids this year. So we've got our Winchester kids, so we've got our country bumpkins, along with our inner city kids. And actually it's, and I don't want to say, we're just country or whatever, but it's kind of interesting. I say that because when I've worked with kids from the inner city in the past, their questions usually are, are there bathrooms up there in New Hampshire? Do they have bathrooms inside? There was one camp that I had worked with, and they were in inner city New Jersey, and they're like, what about bears? Will bears get us? I'm like, no, you're safe from bears and bees. It was the 3 Bs, and they were talking about bees, and they're like, well, what about bees? What if the bees kill us? Like, the bees will not kill you. Do you have your EpiPen with you? What, an epi what? And it's like, okay, we're safe then. And it's interesting because when we talk to our kids who are from here and they hear inner city kids, one of the first things we hear is, are they going to stab us at night? And it's like, no, they will not stab you at night. It's interesting. Why do I bring this up and why these opportunities? Because the thing is we're breaking down barriers. We're breaking down these false perspectives and these stereotypes that are put out there on Facebook and through the news and media and all that stuff. And what we're actually doing is looking at this and saying, look, we're one family, we're one blood. Doesn't matter the color of your skin, doesn't matter what family you were born into. We got one set of parents, Adam and Eve, right? We've got one Father. We've got God the Father, who's the Father of all of us. And we're going to have a great year this year. So let's take a moment. We're going